Boy, am I glad to see you guys. I got a patient in there with more female hormones in his body than a chemically castrated sex offender. I think somebody's poisoning him. Can I get a hug?
Oh, sure, we're off duty, so yeah.
Poison? No. Who would do that?
Probably just somebody close to him.
Usually is. Then I got Dr. Hill breathing down my neck. He wants a status report. I think he wants to appoint me head of the neonatal unit.
Oh!
You've got to be kidding me.
That's what I thought. I can't handle it. I just got back from the Congo 3 weeks ago.
Wow. 4 months saving the world, and you've already had your life handed back to you on a silver platter.
No, he's just lucky that way.
I just said I couldn't handle it.
Man, I always wanted to do the Peace Corps, but I didn't have the nerve, you know? But you, Doctors Without Borders, you're taking it to a whole other level, bro. You've got to tell us more about that trip.
What, my acceptance speech for the service award wasn't enough?
Oh, you were magnificent.
That's one word for it. Now, that award takes a lifetime to earn. Between you and I didn't deserve it.
Well, you know, I do remember the story about the rolling, lush green hills and how the villagers danced when you arrived. Pretty classic.
Well, they were the kindest people I've ever met.
See, this is the thing I love about you most, this selfless giving, the duty to serve your fellow man no matter where in the world.
Yeah, well, it wasn't all roses.
But it was worth it.
So, why did you come back so soon?
Stuff happened.
Yeah, like what?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh, wouldn't I?
He's not ready to talk about it.
Oh, right. You got the heat, and you got the mosquitoes, and oh, the homesickness too. Yeah, I mean that's the type of thing that'll drive a guy right home.
Yeah, something like that.
Bullshit.
Come on, Paul.
Yeah, come on, Paul.
Hey, come on. We're your closest friends. If you can't tell us what went on in the Congo, who can you tell?
Just the kind of thing that doesn't make the Western media beyond a brief snippet in the news.
So what you're saying is we are so concerned with our jobs that we're not able to comprehend what's going on in the outside world?
Your words, not mine.
Oh, give him some time.
Here, let me help you with that. You were always the pretty one.
Is that a compliment, I hear?
But you never knew what to do with your looks.
Oh, better. I thought I was about to have one day without one of your tirades against me. We don't want to veer too far from the norm.
I'm not against you, Olivia. Can't you see I'm just worried?
That what? I might make a choice for myself, raise a family of my own, have a life outside of this damn house?
It's the home you always come running back to when things in your life fall apart.
Mommy and Daddy sure did a great job at leaving the place to you. You haven't changed things around here a bit.
You were working in a remote village in a maternity clinic. How bad could it be?
You know, just give him some time to talk about it.
All I can see is that you got your job back, you got your girlfriend back, and you got a service award that Tomas to accept. So that just leaves me wondering why everything seems to go so smoothly for Dr. Peter Simon.
Come on, I don't need this shit.
He's just not ready to talk about it yet.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you what, keep your secrets and leave us just wondering what the hell happened over there.
You want to know what happened over there?
I would love to know what happened over there.
Ask a woman named Alice Lumumba. She was my head nurse, worked alongside me day and night. Sweet lady, but tough as nails. Dr. Simon, she'd say, your patient is waiting. Every Sunday night, I'd have dinner with her, her husband, and her 3 kids. They were so willing to share what little they had. Everyone in the village looked up to Alice, including me.
She sounds like a wonderful woman.
Yeah. She was tall and stately with a beautiful white smile and cheeks that looked like dark plums. Her eyes would sparkle when she'd hand a newborn to its mother. Alice is my Christian name, she would say. Well, there's no one in the Bible named Alice, but if there was, she'd be a saint. Alice the Weeping Saint.
You know, I don't really like where this is going.
Let him speak.
It seems Alice's village was located on some mining interests owned by a Belgian firm. Her husband had the nerve to organize the villagers to resist being moved off the land. That was his crime. Hers was being married to him.
You know, you don't have to talk about this right now.
About 4 months into my stay, a pack of soldiers came storming up to the clinic looking for Alice. They wanted to send her husband a message. She was busy teaching a young mother how to hold a preemie up against her skin. They held a gun to my head and made me point her out.
Okay, maybe Mary's right. You don't need to tell us this.
You wanted to hear it. Then about half a dozen UN soldiers showed up. They were outnumbered by the rebels, but it didn't matter. They were there for one person, me. I was the rebels' bargaining chip. If they could have Alice, the Blue Hats could take me and they could all go home and be on their way. I said no, I won't abandon my post or Alice. They said, you can leave your post alive while we take Alice, or you can stay and be killed. Your choice. Then they beat me to a pulp to make sure I knew they were serious. They asked me again what I wanted to do. Alice saw it in my eyes. I chose me over her. She wept.
Hey man, you can't blame yourself for something like this, you know? I mean,
Yeah, we all have to make really tough choices sometimes.
The rebels dragged her back to the village and raped her in front of her family. After that, the village cast her out to God knows where, while I was flown to Brussels, where my unsightly wounds were allowed to heal. And I was debriefed, then flown home on Virgin Atlantic. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dr. Peter Simon. Coward. Everyone please hold your applause.